Good morning, good afternoon, or whenever you're watching this. Thank you so much for tuning in today. This week we've really been pressing into the idea of rest, retreat, and dry bones. And it's been a really great week to discuss what is rest, why should we retreat, and how God can turn dry bones into bones that live again and are full of life and full of joy. Today I really want to talk to you about Jesus' quiet time, how Jesus was actually one of the best examples for doing quiet time. When Jesus was busy healing people and doing all these miracles, he was also a very prayerful man with his Father. He knew that spending time with Jesus is the best way that he would be refilled in the Spirit. He wouldn't be so tired and grumpy and dealing with all these people, but also getting a realignment from God and spending time with him to help him clear his head. In James 4 verse 8 it says, "Come close to God and God will come close to you. Wash your hands, you sinners," which is us. "Purify your hearts, for your loyalty is divided between you and God." I love the first bit where it says, "Come close to God and God will come close to you." I love that idea of that the more that we come into him, he comes into us. It's a relationship that works both ways, that we pour into Jesus and he pours so much more into us, which is really an amazing thing if you think about it. And two, that he purifies our hearts, that God makes us clean and whole again. And I don't know about you, but I can't make myself clean and whole. It's always Jesus. He is the ultimate answer at the end of the day. Psalm 46 verse 10 says, "Be still and know that I am God. I will be exalted among the nations and I will be exalted in the earth." How often throughout your day are you still? How often through your day are you still and know that God is God and that God has control of our situations? Especially now in 2021 with all this, I shouldn't wear a mask, it's not my right. I should wear a mask, I follow the government. It's so hard to know, and we get so caught up in these emotions that we read online. But how often do we go, God is in control here? It's not about what the government says, it's not about this who's in control, it's all about God. God is always in control. Matthew 14:23. After he dismissed the crowds, he went up to the mountain by himself to pray. The crazy thing is, before he went up to pray, Jesus fed 5,000 people. Now, that sounds like an absolute nightmare to me, a catering nightmare, which is insane. But the most crazy thing is that he did this with 5 loaves of bread and only 2 fish. Now, I'm terrible at cooking and making anything. I'm really good at making a bowl of Weet-Bix, but that's about it. I don't know how Jesus could have done 5 loaves of bread and only 2 fish, but he did. And it actually says in the Bible that the disciples left with 12 baskets. That's how much he poured into that, and that's how powerful Jesus is. If Jesus can control 5 loaves of bread and 2 fish and make that feed 5,000 people and satisfy them, doesn't he have control over our lives as well? And the amazing thing is that after he's done, if I did something that cool, if a smidgen of that, how cool that was, I would tell everybody. I'd run around and be like, look at this, what happened today? But it says that after that, he went up to the mountain to pray alone. As soon as that was done, he said, all right, that was great. Now I need to go spend time with the Father. And he retreated and he prayed. I think that's an amazing thing. If you spend time with God, you will regain your strength, you'll hear from the Father, and you will have a realignment of what's going on in your world. And you hear the truth. You absolutely hear the truth of what God says. Bless you guys. Have a really good day.